So, the render for the newest Sims 4 pack expansion thing just came out. It's werewolves. We kind of all knew it was going to be werewolves. We got the first glimpse of it. The video comes out tomorrow. By the time you see this, we'll be able to react to it together. But I just wanted to let it be known that my first thought upon seeing the render was, oh, we'll see how it is. You guys ready? Oh my gosh, okay, so here we go. Oh man, I have to say the music is really cool actually. I'm really loving it. Oh, look at that like grungy warehouse vibe we've got going on. Oh, and I love the bridge. Okay, I don't like the bite. Okay, so you can spread werewolfism through being bit. That's good to know. But I guess now she's wondering like, who the heck bit me? Oh man. Oh no, this actually looks really cool. I really like the design. Oh man, I really like the aesthetic. I didn't expect that, but it kind of fills a niche in between that cleaner look of the industrial stuff and the cottagecore look that I didn't know I wanted to guide some of my Sims legacies down. Okay, and that's the Werewolf Transformation. What do I think about that? I still don't know if I feel like that's very wolf-esque, but oh, look at the styles! Oh man, yeah, I still don't know if that's like super wolf-esque. Like, it doesn't, oh my gosh, what? Oh, that was, oh my gosh, that was so cute! Okay, I'm gonna need some time to like process everything that is happening. It looks like the wolves can dig. You can do fights like the werewolves could actually do fights, which is so, or not the werewolves, the vampires could fight. I actually think that the werewolf fights look really cool. What are they? They can play taco. Wait, is that a guitar? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can you run with the pack? And they actually can like build social. I low-key really hate how we don't have more like group social events that you can build together. That's so cute. I love that location. I love the music. Okay. I didn't expect to enjoy that so much. Let's look at it again. What? All right, that was a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be completely honest. Let's go ahead and go back through that video really slowly, just so I can kind of freak out a little bit. The clothes, the grunge, the style and design of the setting of the new world, which obviously is a new world with that beautiful mountain. Oh, I wish my Sims could go stargazing on that mountain. Oh, look at the cracked mirror. It looks like there's a bunch of new items to just make everything look like a little more grungy, a little bit more like abandoned warehouse feeling. I really love that the more I think about it. I love that there's such a focus on the moon this time. I saw like a moonstone floating, which looked really cool. I'm surprised, you guys. I think the music really helped to tie together the trailer because I really wasn't sure about how the werewolves looked. I was having severe doubts, to say the least. But seeing it all put together, those shoes are so cool. Like, look at all of those signs. Seeing it kind of like all put together actually pulls off the theme so much better than I thought it was going to. I'm still not 1000% sure how I feel about the way the wolves look, but I think that's because I'm so used to like the design on a lot of wolves is that longer muzzle. However, I guess on a werewolf that wouldn't really make a lot of sense because hopefully you're not like hunting down deer and like eating people. And if you're gonna be a werewolf, you might as well like go into like a wolf form. That would be so cool if you could also transform into like an actual wolf form, but none of the Sims games have ever done that, so understandable. Now, I like this setting. It looks like it's going to be a very small and compact world, but it kind of fits the vibe I'm starting to feel of it being like a really remote, rural north, like I'm kind of getting like the Pacific Northwest vibe from this. Really remote, tiny little town tucked away in the redwoods and tucked away in the pine forest up along the side of a mountain where there happen to be, it looks like, a pack of werewolves who live here. So if you get bitten, there's probably all kinds of ways to like heal the bite before it goes ahead and it gets you sick, which would be kind of interesting to see. I do like the eyes that they have done with the wolves. I think that they're very piercing and the gaze is really nice. I love the little shirt. This is so Fern Green from our Greene Family Legacies aesthetic. It looks like one of the wolves just a second ago actually looked like a little bit of a clown nose, so it looks like you can completely customize the way they look, which is really, really cool. I like, oh, there's a little rat running around. I really like the variety in style. I kind of love this person's hair because it's just really vibrant. It's just giving me huge, small, hidden town, hidden mystery, summer in the Pacific Northwest vibes, which is really fun. I've never been to Pacific Northwest, but based off of everything that you kind of see in the shows, I really I really hope that the shadows, it would be really cool, actually. Just like vampires don't show up in mirrors, I think it'd be really cool if your shadow, that's probably just for the cinematic, like the little cinematic of the trailer, but if your shadow showed the pointy ears even when you weren't in werewolf form, because the sun lights up the moon, so really moonlight is just a reflection of the sun. So technically, oh, look at all the cool new items. Oh man. So it does look like there's some new meats and some books about being a werewolf, which implies that there's a werewolf skill. There's a little mushroom and a flower lamp. Oh my gosh, there was a mushroom in a box. I could totally live with that. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I wonder how. Wait, do we have phases of the moon right now? Are we about to have phases of the moon added in to like how it affects the cycle of time? Or does the moon just come up full every single night in Sims World? I have never really looked to pay attention, since we don't really do stargazing. Well, you go in the observatory. But we don't really do stargazing in Sims per se anymore, like to the risk of satellites like Sims 2. So I haven't really like looked up in the sky for a long time. I really, I really am actually happier with the werewolves than I thought I would be. They do look a lot cooler than I thought they were going to. I was really unsure. I'm still kind of unsure. But I think for the challenge of what you could pull off, so that you could be a like elegant, sleek wolf, or you could be like a really wild one, you would want to have something that could go like all directions, and you wouldn't want to just have like a really aggressive and kind of frightening appearance on the werewolf design. Because in a couple of moments here, I think there's actually like a little granny wolf who looks so freaking cute. I think putting the toddler in the werewolf outfit was, or in the wolf outfit, was a great nod at the fact that probably just like with the other occult statuses, these are things that aren't going to come into play until you're like a teen or a young adult. I'd assume. I like how you can have a floppy ear. That's really cool. That guitar is definitely new, unless I have completely forgotten about something. There's a jukebox in the background as well. Yeah, there's a lot of new clothing designs. They're almost all tattered and torn up. And yeah, you can do like normal looking wolves. I see the mushroom out of my way. There's a mushroom in a box. I'm gonna see it. That's really, well, you know. See, this was really cute. Oh, there's a little werewolf gnome. Oh my gosh. And the little kid. Oh, it looks like you can put scratches down on the floor to show like where the werewolves have just torn things apart. Oh my gosh, there's so many new decorations. Like everywhere I look, there's new little decorative items. I'm not sure how many of these pieces, like the open I think there were some porta potties a second ago and some cranes for construction yards would actually be things we can put down until modders like unlock the items for us, but that will help out. I thought we already had grunge, but the more I think about it, we really have like clean industrial designs for a lot of what we can build in The Sims. It doesn't really look super grungy. It like dirty or old maybe, but kind of like this like punky vibe is fairly new, I would say. So I'm surprised at how happy I am to find that in there. Also, I'm really hopeful that maybe we'll get some new collectibles because it looked like they were a new fish and it looked like there was a new stone. And I love when we have new collectibles added into the game because it's just one of my favorite things to do. I wonder if they'll have a special bond with pets, like with cats or dogs. Will cats be afraid of them? Will dogs bond with them faster? That's what happened in The Sims 3. Did we have werewolves in The Sims 2? I don't think so. Oh, that's a cute food, like a food truck, and it looks like it's a place that you can actually shop at. I wonder what happens when they dig around. I think this is awesome. You can probably talk up more with between two werewolves. That's actually really cool. And I wonder if you get them really excited or if a werewolf has a lot of singing skill if they howl while they're singing, because that would be really fun to see. Okay, I could actually really get into this. I'm surprised. I'm trying to figure out which one of our legacy sims might be exposed to this, and I have a couple like wild ball answers. Oh my gosh, we need Fern and Jean in our Sims 4, like Greene Family Legacy, to start working on Generation 4 with a lot of kids. So we have so many options for where the potential stories could go. And I can say this might actually become one of my favorite places to send Sims on vacations because it feels a little more wild than actually going to the Granite Falls area, which is kind of a very clean and tidy campsite. But this feels like if you just load everybody up into the camper van and like unload all of your camping gear and just kind of cross your fingers on a budget camping trip, this feels like something that would be really fun to take a bunch of my Sims on. And I love seeing how they can all howl together. Like, what? Okay, I'm actually really happy with this. I'm surprised. I was ready to be disappointed, and actually, I'm really into it, which I honestly did not expect this time. I'm gonna be real with you guys. All right, and here we go with the last little bit of information that I could find about The Sims 4 Werewolves coming June 16th. Oh my gosh, we're going to have a very busy summer ahead of us, friends. But it looks like there is quite a bit more to the werewolves than I thought would be in a game pack, including having a bunch of different temperaments and abilities. So, what big teeth you'll have. Transform into a werewolf and embrace or fight your animalistic nature. Beyond rocking a fearsome form, werewolf sims will have unique temperaments and abilities, be affected by the phases of the moon, and experience wolf-specific life events. So I'm very curious about like what wolf-specific life event would be, like first fight, or maybe just like the first time you like dig something up. I'm not sure. Maybe it would be the first time you like peed outside. Who knows? But also alpha or lone wolf. Craft your werewolf identity. Were you bitten or were you born into a werewolf family? However it happened, now you've got to decide what kind of wolf you'll be. Find a pack to prowl the night with, meet your fated mate atop Howling Point, or shun all and try and make it as a lone wolf. So I think that's kind of interesting, and you can see that the wolves do seem to have like a few traits that are being displayed in the thoughts. I like the new outfits. They're a little chaotic, like I want to tuck in a few shirts and like mend a few pieces, but it totally fits the vibe. And I'm interested to see if maybe the werewolves get a boost from gardening. I really hope they don't fertilize their own garden. That'd be a little bit odd, but still. And then you can, oh, there's the werewolf gnome again and the cute little outfit for toddlers. That's freaking adorable. And then, of course, there's some werewolf lore, lycanthrope lore. There's a lot to learn about werewolves and their origins. Unravel werewolf, vampire, and spellcaster lore as you read books. Discover secret tunnels. That must be why they do the digging. Grow your collection and interact with the denizens of Moonwood Mill. Moonwood Mill and Howling Point. Oh, Moonwood Mill sounds so cute. So hopefully there are going to be some fun new collectibles. I really like this wolf statue. You can just barely see. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. You can just barely see it in the background here, but it looks really cool. There's some new portrait pieces with like slashes through it that look awesome. There is the lovely little flower. I saw you there, flower. I'm always keeping an eye out for the new plants. We've also got a new planter box, and it's just going to be interesting to see. Maybe the werewolves can actually dig up a whole bunch of the collectibles that are out and about. So we'll keep an eye out, guys, but I am surprised. I legitimately wasn't sure when all we had to go off was this render right here. how I felt about things. But I think English Simmer in her video about this said it best. Oh, look at all the scars. Oh my gosh. Somebody likes to fight. I think she said it best that there was just something really weird about this dog collar on a werewolf. And I agree. I think that threw me off. Now I see it's trying to be a reflection of the same sim. Which I missed with the bracelets and the color before. I get that that was supposed to be a nod that this is the same sim, but I didn't realize that at first. And now that I've had some time to kind of think about it and look at it a little bit more, I do think it fits the design style and the aesthetics of Sims 4, and I'm excited to see what it will add in. Just like with all the occult statuses, I'll probably end up creating some sort of very complicated way that the family status works and the way that werewolves have to live. It would be really fun to see what the different phases of the moon will be and how that will affect a Sim's life. And I also want to make sure that in my game at least, I have consequences for being outside the norm as a werewolf. Because otherwise, like, what's the point? What's the point if everybody's just like, oh, werewolves, oh, vampires, oh, mermaids? I like that sometimes there's a bit of a reaction to the occults, and even if I have to build that in myself, I'll try to make it happen. But it does look like the wolves do fight a lot more, and they might kind of surprise Sims a lot more often. So, all right, Moonward Mill, Howling Point, werewolves. It's all coming this summer, and now we just need to dive back into our legacies and keep up with the adventures. So, what do you guys think? Like I said, this was one of the things I have been the most on the fence about when it comes to the expansion and game packs, but I was pleasantly surprised, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. If you guys would like to join me on this and literally thousands more adventures, including hundreds of which are Sims Legacies, then do please consider subscribing, but most importantly, my friends, stay curious, and I will see you for the mushroom in a box in a couple weeks. I know it's around here somewhere.